It is great to be here on this call with all of you. This is our presentation section. So I'm going to take you into screen share mode and we're going to head across to a simple PowerPoint together. Right, so we're looking at GS Partners. It's important to understand that GS Partners is a platform that connects corporates with communities. That's the role as GS Partners as a platform. Let me just check. Right. The story of GS Partners actually predates the platform. In other words, you've got to go back 10 years to look at the parent company, the Gold Standard Corporation, and look at how they began. So Gold Standard Corporation began in 2013. It had been specializing in gold and precious metals, and it was looking at disrupting the sector by using new technology, new innovation, new payment rails. And so over time, GSB developed its own software company, it developed its own innovation center, and it started creating IT solutions specifically using blockchain to facilitate exchange of value. And that happened over 6 years, eventually resulting in the launch of exchanges, in the launch of payment rails, in the launch of financial banking solutions as well. In the year 2020, GSB launched what we're looking at today, which is our GS Partners platform. And the GS Partners platform is a marketing hub that has network marketing as well as products and services connected to corporates, companies, platforms that sit in more traditional roles. So let's go have a look at how that is possible. Now, before we go forward, I want to put 2 disclaimers in place. Disclaimer number one, we are not going to talk about financial products on this call. We are not going to give any form of financial advice. If you want financial advice or you want to look at financial products, then you need to go speak to financial providers and financial advisors. The second disclaimer is we're not going to talk tax at all. Our platform is live and operational in 170 countries. And we cannot give any advice based on 170 different tax regulations. So I ask, please, if you've got those types of questions, rather take them back to your own personal tax specialist. Let's have a look at what GS Partners does. GS Partners as a marketing hub doesn't just connect companies with communities. It also connects companies in certain sectors with communities. So the company has decided to focus on 7 major sectors. One of them is the AI technology sector, which is already valued at over $1 trillion. We're also focused on the Forex markets, which do more than $5.3 trillion in trade a day. We're also connected to the real estate sector at $382 billion. And then we have reach and we have exposure to the crypto markets, which are currently valued at just over $1 trillion. The renewable energy sector valued at just under $1 trillion. The nutraceuticals and supplements sector at $382 billion. And we're also starting to develop connections and footprints inside of the online gaming market, which is currently valued at $138 billion. So GS Partners as a central hub has arms reaching out to all these different sectors, connected to them through blockchain, through APIs, through technologies, and pulling those connections back to the everyday person, the community that is growing around the GS Partners marketing hub. GS Partners also has partnered up with major companies and brands to increase their market share and invite them to connect with our community. brands such as CEX24, a massive exchange, WeroPay, an exchange and wallet provider, the Skyground FinTech boutique team, GSBD Swiss, Vortex crypto wallets, Swiss Value, which is exposed to the real estate, to the renewables and the fintech sectors, and Swiss Valorum Bank, to name a few. You can hear from many of the advisory members and board members that sit inside of those companies and platforms. We often host webinars where the CEOs or the advisory board members will come into our community and they'll talk about these different sectors. They'll talk about the renewable sector, the fintech sectors, what's happening in the trading markets, how real estate is maybe expanding or growing, new movements and innovation within the gaming sectors. You will get to hear from all of them because we're connected to all of them, and it's their role to bring value back to this community. So how do we bring value back to our GS partner community? Very simply, we've looked at blockchain as a technology. We've looked at all these different sectors, and we've created a simple key that connects you into the sectors and allows you to participate in payback programs. Whether those programs are weekly or monthly or quarterly, the different payback programs according to sectors move back through our marketing hub, through that one key and back into our community. So let's briefly talk about the key that gives you access to these markets. We've created a key called the Elemental Meta Certificate. We have 9 different elemental certificates, meaning we have 9 different price points. So someone who wants to move towards this market, but maybe is afraid or is wary, you can move towards it at 100 USDT worth of value. Maybe you want to move at a higher value, 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, right up to 100,000 USDT in value. All the keys do the same thing. They've just got different values or price tags attached to them. For this presentation and for session 2, the product explanation, we're going to spend time looking at one of these certificates. It's called the water certificate. It has a price tag of 1,000 USDT, and it has built into it 6 different sectors or block folios that you can put more value into, another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000 USDT to unlock the different weekly or monthly or bonus payback rewards. So let's have a look at how each certificate is broken down. Each certificate has a price. That is how much the certificate costs. We call that step 1. And each certificate has 6 block folio sectors inside of them where you can load crypto capital. When you load crypto capital into one of the block folios, you unlock the weekly payback or the quarterly or monthly paybacks, or you unlock bonuses back to you over a certain time period. In our product training, we're going to go through the process of looking at the different block folios, the fintech block folio or the real estate block folio or the renewables block folio. And we're going to show you how you can get value by putting value in. So we're going to do that in session 2. For many people, when they look at our product and they look at the potential value you can get from it, the brain kind of fries over because it looks like it's too large a number. It is important to understand that you only get what you give in. In other words, if you buy a certificate and you load cryptocurrencies into fintech, and then you load more into renewables, then you load more into real estate, every time you load more crypto capital into one of these certificates, it unlocks more value for you. So there is a give and take that takes place, like any business anywhere in the world. Thank you for your time, for jumping on this call. We've got almost 2,000 people watching us live on Zoom and Facebook. The recordings will go out into our community, but we'll see you all for our weekly calls every Wednesday as we bring on different speakers, different influencers, different decision makers within our ecosystem to help keep you educated and up to date. Have a fantastic Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.